Fly is an impulsive teenager, living with his younger sister Stella and parents Lisa and Bill. With their parents going out for the night, Fly and Stella are beset by their Aunt Anna and her son Chuck, a cautious, overweight genetics prodigy. When Anna falls asleep, the children sneak out to go fishing. Caught in a high tide, they stumble across the boathouse of Professor Mackerel, an eccentric but kindly marine biologist. Reasoning that climate change will melt the polar ice caps within the next century, Mackerel reveals he has developed a potion to transform humans into fish, along with an antidote to reverse the process. Mistaking it for lemonade, Stella drinks the potion and turns into a starfish, which Fly unknowingly throws out the window into the sea. Chuck discovers the mistake after Stella's transformation was caught on camera. The trio set out to find Stella, but their boat sinks in a storm. Fly and Chuck drink the potion, becoming a California flying fish and a moon jellyfish. Bill and Lisa return home to find Anna frantic with worry. Noticing that Fly's fishing equipment is gone, Bill, Lisa and Anna head to the beach to search for them, but find only Fly's rollerblades instead. The adults fear the worst until Professor Mackerel, having survived the storm, arrives and shows them the video of Stella's transformation. Underwater, the leaking antidote attracts a great white shark and a pilot fish. They consume it, gaining intelligence and anthropomorphic appearances. Cho, the pilot fish, quickly uses the antidote to found a civilization of intelligent fish, intending to launch a revolution. The shark becomes his dim-witted subordinate. Fly, Chuck, and Stella reunite, accompanied by Sasha, a seahorse who Stella adopts. If they do not find the antidote within 48 hours, their transformations will be irreversible. The trio swim to Joe's domain, a sunken oil tanker, where Fly tries to steal the antidote. There, caught and interrogated by Joe about their intent and origins. He demands they manufacture more of the antidote, or the shark will eat them. The children are imprisoned, guarded by an aggressive, militaristic crab. Sasha frees the children, who manage to escape. The children decide their best hope is to duplicate the antidote's formula themselves, gathering ingredients from around the ocean. Just as they complete the potion, Joe and his army appear. In a standoff, Joe drinks the last of the original antidote, transforming his fins into hands. The children try to flee, but Fly is wounded by the crab, who drinks the new antidote, declaring himself the king crab. At the same time, Mackerel and Bill pass over in a makeshift boat powered by a water pump. The pump causes an underwater typhoon, sucking up all of the army. The shark eats the king crab, but is incapacitated when he is sucked head first into the pump. Chuck remembers that Mackerel has another antidote in his laboratory. Formulating a plan, Chuck plans to carry Fly and Stella through dangerous seawater intake pipes back to the lab. Stella has to leave Sasha behind. The children flood Mackerel's laboratory to reach the potion, but Joe follows, stealing it. Fly pursues Joe into the pipe, tricking him into repeatedly drinking from the potion by challenging his intellect. Joe evolves into a deformed humanoid and drowns. Fly drags the antidote back into the lab, Chuck uncorking it just as Lisa and Anna open the door to the flooded lab. Chuck and Stella become human once more, reuniting with their parents and Mackerel. After a few tense moments in which a stuffed fish is mistaken for the limp body of Fly, the human Fly emerges from one of the lab's pipes with a broken leg. Sometime afterward, the family and Mackerel play on the beach. Sasha appears, so Chuck and Mackerel transform her into an actual horse, who Stella rides around with joy.